Welcome to an in-depth exploration of one of the most illustrious chapters in American aviation history. Today, we'll delve into Chapter 13 of Eddie Rickenbacker's memoir, Fighting the Flying Circus, focusing on the remarkable achievements of Douglas Campbell, America's first official ace during World War I. During the Great War, the skies over Europe became a new battlefield, where technological innovation met individual heroism. Among the myriad of squadrons that took to the air, Squadron 94, known as the Hat in the Ring Squadron, distinguished itself not only through its length of service at the front, but also by accumulating an unprecedented number of enemy kills and producing several aces, pilots who had downed 5 or more enemy aircraft. Captain Eddie Rickenbacker, America's top-scoring fighter ace of the war, documented these experiences in his memoir, providing a first-hand account of aerial combat and the emergence of American air power. Central to Chapter 13 is the story of Douglas Campbell, whose skill and bravery earned him the title of America's first official ace. Squadron 94, emblazoned with the distinctive Hat in the Ring insignia, symbolized America's entry into the aerial theater of World War I. The emblem, featuring a red, white, and blue top hat encircled by a ring, was a bold statement of defiance and national pride, representing the squadron's readiness to throw their hat in the ring against the formidable German Luftstreitkräfte. By the close of the war, Squadron 94 had accumulated 69 confirmed aerial victories, a testament to their prowess and relentless pursuit of enemy aircraft. This record was unmatched by any other American squadron during the same period. Prior to the formation of American-trained squadrons, several American pilots had distinguished themselves while serving with Allied forces. Names such as Raoul Lufberry, David Putnam, and Frederick Libby became synonymous with valor in the skies. However, these aviators had been trained under French or British command and flew foreign aircraft, integrating into their respective units abroad. The emergence of purely American squadrons marked a new chapter in the war. Pilots like Douglas Campbell, who received their training entirely within American programs and flew under the U.S. flag, began to make their mark. Campbell's achievements were particularly significant, as they represented the effectiveness of American training methodologies and the maturation of the U.S. Army Air Service. Born in San Jose, California, on June 7, 1896, Douglas Campbell was the son of Professor William Wallace Campbell, the esteemed director of the Lick Observatory on Mount Hamilton. Growing up in an environment steeped in scientific inquiry, Campbell developed a keen analytical mind and a fascination with mechanics. He pursued his education at the Hotchkiss School, known for its rigorous academic program, before matriculating to Harvard University. Graduating in the class of 1917, Campbell was abroad with his family when the war escalated. When hostilities intensified, Campbell and his family found themselves in Austria-Hungary, a member of the Central Powers. Recognizing the impending danger, they undertook a perilous journey eastward, traversing Russia and Scandinavia before reaching safety in England. This experience undoubtedly exposed Campbell to the realities of global conflict. Determined to contribute to the war effort, Campbell enrolled in the ground school program at Cornell University, where he honed his knowledge of wireless communication, aerial navigation, and engine mechanics. In August 1917, he arrived in Paris, ready to commence flight training despite having no prior experience as a pilot. Assigned to the American Flying School at Issoudun, Campbell faced unexpected obstacles. As adjutant under Captain Miller, he was entrusted with significant administrative responsibilities that kept him grounded. The base lacked beginner training aircraft, such as the Curtiss JN-4 Jenny or the French Caudron G3, offering only the advanced 23-meter Newport fighters. Undeterred, Campbell resolved to teach himself to fly these agile yet unforgiving machines. This decision was fraught with risk, as the Newport's sensitive controls and high stalling speed were challenging even for seasoned pilots. Understanding the aerodynamics and mechanical nuances of the Newport 23, Campbell methodically familiarized himself with its operation. Then, in a bold move, he took to the skies alone, performing a successful solo flight without the customary instruction. This remarkable feat showcased his innate aptitude and fearless determination. Such an accomplishment was virtually unprecedented among American pilots at the time, many of whom required extensive training to master these aircraft. Upon joining Squadron 94, Campbell quickly earned the respect of his comrades. On the ground, he was reserved and contemplative, engaging thoughtfully with those around him. However, once airborne, he transformed into an aggressive tactician, demonstrating exceptional aerial combat skills. His ability to balance calculated risk with bold maneuvers made him a formidable opponent in dogfights, and his contributions significantly bolstered the squadron's effectiveness. Campbell's approach to aerial engagements was marked by intense focus and relentless pursuit. He often initiated attacks with decisive action, leveraging the Nieuport's superior agility and speed. His understanding of aeronautical physics and enemy capabilities allowed him to exploit weaknesses in opponent aircraft. His strategies involved complex maneuvers, such as attacking from the sun to obscure his approach, or utilizing altitude advantages to dictate the terms of engagement. On May 31, 1918, just a day after Squadron 94 celebrated significant victories, Campbell embarked on a voluntary solo patrol, a testament to his proactive nature. Flying deep into enemy territory at high altitude, he observed numerous German aircraft formations. Recognizing the tactical disadvantage, he prudently opted to disengage. During his return, Campbell spotted a German Rumpler C-7 two-seater conducting reconnaissance over the sector near Fleury, a strategic location southeast of Pont-à-Mousson. The Rumpler was a formidable aircraft, equipped with a 260-horsepower Mercedes DEA engine, enabling it to reach altitudes exceeding 6,000 meters. Its armaments included a fixed forward-firing Spandau machine gun for the pilot and a flexible Parabellum MG-14 for the observer. Critically, the Rumpler's role in photographic reconnaissance posed a significant threat, as the intelligence gathered could inform German artillery targeting and troop movements. Capitalizing on his positional advantage, with the sun behind him and approaching from within German lines, Campbell initiated an attack from above and behind. As he commenced his dive, his Vickers machine gun jammed after only a few rounds. This mechanical failure necessitated evasive action, as the Rumpler's observer spotted him and opened fire. Executing a defensive maneuver, Campbell distanced himself to rectify the jam. This initial exchange underscored the perils of aerial combat, where equipment reliability was as crucial as pilot skill. Re-engaging with heightened caution, Campbell recognized the proficiency of the German crew. The pilot adeptly coordinated with the observer to maximize their defensive capabilities, executing tight turns to bring their rear guns to bear. Campbell utilized the superior maneuverability of his Nieuport to circle rapidly, attempting to exhaust the observer's ammunition through prolonged engagement. For 15 minutes, a considerable duration for an aerial duel, the pilots exchanged tactics, each seeking an advantage. Campbell's strategy aimed to outlast the observer's firepower, aware that once depleted, the Rumpler would be vulnerable. Observing a shift in the Rumpler's behavior, Campbell noticed the pilot attempting to position the aircraft for forward firing, indicating the observer's guns were likely empty. Closing in, he saw the observer standing with folded arms, a silent acknowledgement of their predicament. The empty ammunition belt billowing in the wind confirmed they were defenseless. Confronted with this situation, Campbell faced an ethical dilemma. His adversary's stoic resignation elicited respect, yet the imperatives of war demanded action. The intelligence the Rumpler carried could not be allowed to reach German command. Resolving to fulfill his duty, Campbell executed a final attack. With precision, he fired upon the Rumpler, targeting critical components. The aircraft began an uncontrolled descent, ultimately crashing near the village of Monel-sur-Seine, within Allied lines. This victory marked a significant accomplishment, with Campbell successfully preventing the delivery of potentially critical reconnaissance data to the enemy. Eager to confirm the outcome, Campbell landed and proceeded to the crash site. There, he found the wreckage and the bodies of the German pilot and observer, both of whom held the rank of lieutenant, a testament to their experience and status within the Luftstreitkräfte. Respecting their valor, arrangements were made for a proper military burial. Personal effects were collected to be sent to their families, adhering to the conventions of honor among aviators. Campbell retrieved the black Iron Cross insignias from the Rumpler's wings as tangible proof of his victory. With official confirmation of this, his fifth aerial kill, Douglas Campbell became America's first ace trained and fighting under entirely American command. News of his achievement spread rapidly, drawing accolades from military leadership and the public alike. Within Squadron 94, celebrations ensued, reinforcing camaraderie and boosting morale. On the same day as Campbell's triumph, a stark example of the critical importance of aerial reconnaissance unfolded near Seicheprey. American infantry units launched an offensive without adequate intelligence support from aerial observers. The Germans, having intercepted plans for the attack, evacuated their positions and prepared a countermeasure. As the American forces advanced after a heavy artillery bombardment, they found empty trenches. Soon after, they were subjected to concentrated gas shelling, resulting in over 300 casualties from gas exposure. This incident highlighted a fundamental lesson. The absence of aerial reconnaissance can lead to disastrous outcomes. Eddie Rickenbacker emphasized that the primary function of aviation in warfare extends beyond dogfights and bombing runs. It is the provision of accurate, timely intelligence that can decide the fate of ground operations. Modern military doctrine continues to reflect this principle, with integrated air-ground operations being essential for mission success. Amidst the turmoil of war, moments of respite were rare but invaluable. On June 1st, members of Squadron 94 visited Nancy, a city affectionately known as the Little Paris of the East. Despite the war's toll, Nancy retained elements of its charm, offering a brief escape from the front lines. The city was abuzz with rumors of an impending German offensive toward Paris, heightening the tension felt by its inhabitants and visitors alike. Seeking comfort in familiarity, the squadron members dined at Walter's, a restaurant owned by Walter, a former chef at New York's Knickerbocker Hotel. Having returned to France before the war, Walter served in the infantry until wounded, after which he opened his establishment in Nancy. At Walter's, the aviators savored traditional American dishes, a rare luxury in wartime France. This connection to home provided not only nourishment, but also a psychological respite, reinforcing their resolve for the challenges ahead. Douglas Campbell's ascent to becoming America's first official ace epitomizes the courage, skill, and innovation of early military aviators. His actions, along with those of his comrades in Squadron 94, significantly contributed to the development of American air power. Their experiences underscore enduring themes in military history: the interplay of technology and tactics, the importance of intelligence and reconnaissance, and the profound impact of individual valor within the broader scope of war. Eddie Rickenbacker's Fighting the Flying Circus not only chronicles these pivotal moments, but also offers insights that remain relevant for modern military strategists and aviation enthusiasts alike. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of a defining chapter in aviation history. We invite you to reflect on the legacy of these pioneers and consider how their experiences continue to shape the skies above us.